You know your friend Emmy? I want to be more like her.
Yeah, she's way better than you.
She's awesome.
Where is she, by the way? Is she dating anyone?
Does she come to the worry tree too?
Welcome back.
Hello.
It's Bookend Gaming.
It is.
It's Bean.
That's Travis.
How did we both do that?
I don't know. Introduce each other.
We never do. We've never done that before. I mean, we have. We've introduced ourselves and then the other person.
Yeah.
We didn't plan that.
No, we didn't.
Weird. Okay, go ahead.
What are we doing? Oh, yeah, Zelkova.
We're in the forest of the Zelkova trees.
Right, the famous tennis player.
Yeah.
The forest smells strongly of earth. I almost feel cold, even though the midsummer day is as hot as ever.
Be weird if it smelled of Venus.
Rin trudges ahead like a sleepwalker, sure-footed but with no apparent destination in mind. Her thoughts seem to be somewhere else. I follow a few steps behind, taking more care to watch where my feet land. The path follows the land uphill at a low angle, sometimes making little detours downhill before climbing back upward. The muted brown and gray trunks line the path on both sides, peppered with ferns and other undergrowth.
You're going to happen upon a bunch of skeletons and find out she's a black widow.
Right.
She's just leading you out here to murder you.
After a little while, I start getting worried. The path is still wide and clear, so there's no chance of getting lost, but it doesn't look like we have any particular destination. There's nothing wrong with a bit of aimless wandering around, but I don't want to go so far that I get too tired to walk back. It's my nightmare. I'm starting to get a little winded and my legs feel heavy. I want to stop and get a chance to catch my breath and rest my legs, but Rin keeps on going. Where are we going? Or are we going anywhere at all?
Worry tree.
I wanted to loop around the earth to get back to where we were started. I see. So we are on a quest for the worry tree.
Yeah.
So what exactly is the worry tree?
It's just a tree like this.
She stops in front of a particularly large maple that might or might not be the worry tree. Its lush green leaves sway lightly in the breeze blowing through the small clearing we entered. I guessed as much.
There are people who believe that you must come here to wallow in misery if you are miserable. Only by people, I mean me, and the tree isn't really called anything.
Good story. So if you're miserable, you talk to a tree about it? But you won't talk to me?
No? What? You can't talk to trees? What do you think I am, crazy?
No, I didn't mean it like that.
Or maybe you talk to trees? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that you are crazy, even though you probably are if you talk to trees. I wouldn't recommend it in either case. People will think you're a weird person.
I don't talk to trees. No, forget it. She looks mildly confused, for which I don't blame her at all. She tilts her head a little to the side, expression melting back into her usual one.
Alright, I'm good at forgetting things.
She's got the puppy dog stare, too.
Yeah. That's like her whole thing, is she just tilts her head.
Yeah. So why are we here? Are you miserable, then? I can't read the expression she makes. I hate how bad I am at interpreting Rin's mood. She doesn't answer right away, as if she herself isn't quite certain of her own mood. The blank stare changes into a more difficult expression as she shuffles her weight around. Finally coming to a conclusion, Rin shrugs her shoulders. I've grown to seriously dislike that gesture. God, it doesn't mean anything.
Stop it! Maybe. I just feel kind of like I'm sinking underwater. I don't know what I should do. I don't know where I should go, that's all. Maybe it's not a big deal, but I thought walking might help. Kind of like if I go somewhere, I would know where I should go. I don't really know if it did.
You alright?
It really would have made sense if walking had helped to decide where to go.
She depressed.
Yeah, she's just, I don't know if she doesn't want to be an artist or...
So you don't want to try to get an exhibition? Or rather, you don't know if you do? Can't decide?
It's too mainstream.
Ooh.
Hipster.
Rin doesn't say anything for a while, arranging her thoughts in silence. The quiet is broken by birdsong from somewhere in the treetops, followed by rustling leaves as the bird takes flight.
Maybe. I'm not sure if I can have a thing like that. So far I've only painted for myself. I don't think I could have my things on display the way I am now. This me couldn't do it.
Her reason sounds like a weak excuse. I make my trademark frown, but she doesn't notice it. What if she hates that look? Says Sal. I don't get it. The teacher certainly thinks you could. I don't think he'd suggest it otherwise. Sounds like he's calling in favors from his friends, too.
Yeah, but he kept saying we, so he's definitely just using her.
Yeah.
I know, he's really done a lot for me, but this might be too much. Becoming someone who can do it might be pretty hard. Maybe I couldn't do it at all. He can't do it for me, and if I let him try, I'd just sink deeper and deeper.
Rin stands in front of the large maple and turns away from me. I want to close the few feet of distance between us, and I don't know. My irritation is suddenly gone, and I start feeling sympathetic to her. I know exactly how you feel. Well, no, I don't.
No, that's weird.
Maybe I don't, but still. I think I haven't felt like I was actually in control of my own life this whole year. I'm just helplessly going along with the flow. Like, coming here to this school. I didn't really choose it myself. I certainly didn't choose this time of my life to learn that I have this condition. I still can't casually say the word out loud. It's like, yeah, it's exactly like being underwater. Like I can't even breath. Rin turns to me again, a sad expression on her face.
Is that why you look so sad all the time? I don't want to look sad like you.
Yes.
Do I look to you like you look to me?
I don't look sad all the time. I just don't know what I should be feeling, what kind of face I should be making.
Me neither. Do I look sad now?
Not really. You look like you always do, I think.
But I'm sinking. I should try to float up like a rubber duck. Quack, quack, all yellow and creepy.
We all float down here. I have to think for a few seconds about which direction I should pursue in this conversation. Then I realize that it doesn't matter.
I like ducks.
You think rubber ducks are creepy?
You don't? I think they look very creepy. Everything that has eyes but isn't alive is very disturbing. Like rubber ducks and reflections and mirrors.
You should not play Mario ever then. She plops down on the forest bed, leaning on the maple she named the worry tree. After wondering what to do for a minute, I sit down too, 3 feet apart from her.
I wonder if that is a phobia, like a phobia of like eyes on things.
I mean,
faces
it's
on
kind
things.
of logical.
Well, because there is a condition that everybody has that's like your brain turns everything into faces. Like you look at the front of a car and you see a face and things like there's a word for it. I can't remember what it's called, but I wonder if there's a fear of that.
It very well could be like something that has a face, but like you just kind of imagine it personified, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's not alive. I guess it could freak you out. I don't know. The forest it's gone through its entire scroll as we were talking.
We wanted to let them see the whole picture.
The forest envelops us in its embrace. Oh God! Now see, that is terrifying.
Oh God! It's like Evil Dead. I hope it's not like Evil Dead.
It's the tree from Harry Potter. Or
that is so perfect of how different me and you are. Like we're pretty much the same person, but the fact that I went with an Evil Dead reference, which is a tree that rapes a woman, and you went with Harry Potter.
Right. Well, I also thought of Snow White.
I've never even seen that, so I can't.
It also
go there.
has trees that grab people.
Oh God! Doesn't what's the one movie, the oldest movie ever? Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
That's got trees that grab people,
Do they
doesn't
grab
it?
people? Yeah, they might.
I thought when they like take the wrong turn. Who cares?
I don't know. We've been talking about nonsense.
I'm on tangents.
Anyways, the forest envelops us in its embrace, and its stillness falls upon the two of us. We sit there without speaking for a long while. I can literally feel the time passing. Patches of sunlight litter the small clearing in a pattern that echoes the maple canopies. One of them falls directly on me. Warming me all the way to the bone. I thought a tree fell on me. I wonder what I could do for myself, and maybe for Rin. For now, I just keep watching her from this distance. Sometimes she cranes her neck all the way back so much that it looks almost painful, and stares up at the small patch of sky visible between the canopy of the worry tree. Sometimes she just stares blankly ahead, as if seeing something just beyond her reach. She keeps whispering to herself, but so quietly that I can't hear her, even though I'm sitting right next to her.
Why is he still here?
I only see her lips moving like she was in the middle of a distant dream. I realize that right now, I no longer feel any of the intense loneliness I feel at night, just before I cry myself to sleep. I might be more like Rin than I thought. I can either give up and stay submerged under the weight of all the crap in my life, or try to change myself for the better, or walk aimlessly in a direction for a very long time and lay next to a tree.
Or just get over it.
Her decision is indifferent, yet the same. And unlike her, I know for sure that I can't stay like this forever. I have to change. Well, I'm gonna go with it probably be more like Rin.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Pick whatever.
Okay. Well, I'm assuming I want to be more like Emmy is probably not a good thing to say right now. You know your friend Emmy? I want to be more like her.
Yeah, she's way better than you.
She's awesome.
Where is she, by the way? Is she dating anyone?
Does she come to the worry tree too? Rin could probably do it, even though she seemed to doubt herself. I have no doubts about her strength. She could do it, even if she can't. It makes me feel a little bit better too. I lean back against the tree, breathing out deeply as if for the first time in a long time. More tree. We stay that way in the small clearing until the angle of the sun changes and the chilly shadows deepen. No longer warm where we sit, we leave the forest, returning along the same path we took coming in. I'm
reminded of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
That looks like the
like one of the drawings that he made.
Yeah.
It's a super close up. It doesn't seem like Rin has come to a decision. I wonder if it was a bad idea for me to come along.
That's all right. I don't mind. I'm sure the trees and dirt and rocks won't mind either. Did you mind?
I don't know. Are you personifying them? No, not at all. I think it helped me too. While we walk back towards the dormitories, the sky is changing to a deep ultramarine.
What?
First summer.
I've been alive for 30 years. I don't think I've ever thought of the word ultramarine.
Me neither. It just sounds like a rank in the army.
Yeah.
Well, the Marines.
Yeah. It's one of the ultramarines.
I am an ultramarine.
It's the robot warriors we've been working on.
Oh, okay. The first summer stars twinkle softly from between spots in the canopy, barely visible like tiny fireflies. You might not believe your eyes. I've become very self-conscious about Rin's presence. Oh, good, a monologue. I haven't thought much about girls since things fell apart with Iwaniko. This is kind of the same situation as then, but to be honest, I don't think it really counts for much, not with Rin. And yet it feels good walking next to her, even if it isn't anything more than this. At first, I think Rin agitated me quite a bit with her unpredictable behavior, but recently I feel I haven't had to be on my toes so much. I've managed to let myself go a little. Oh, I've gained like 20 pounds.
That relationship gut.
Makes me feel satisfied, even though ultimately I think it's more thanks to Rin than myself. She seems to be disinterested in a huge number of things, but something in her makes me try harder than I normally would. It's not that I want to impress her or anything, Baka. I think that truly impressing Rin would take near superhuman effort just because of how she is. Instead, it's because there is this relentless feeling inside of me that I shouldn't let Rin down.
Notice me, senpai.
It's really weird. I wonder why I started thinking like that. I don't even know what sort of expectations she has about pretty much anything. I've been talking for like forever.
Yeah, I'm just taking a nap over here.
So how could I let her down? Rin has this unassuming air around her, and she doesn't really talk about stuff very often. Even today's confession of her self-doubt caught me off guard a little bit. I feel like I want to talk more with her. The realization suddenly dawns on me that Rin is basically the only person I talk to nowadays. Apart from whatever I have to endure from Shizune, Misha, or Kenji, I feel slightly depressed. In front of the dormitories, as if summoned by my dark thoughts, we run into Kenji himself. Oh, good.
Well, you weren't talking enough.
It feels very odd seeing him outside, breathing fresh outdoor air. At least it's already dusk. I partially expect Kenji would disintegrate upon direct exposure to the sun. Kenji himself seems very insecure as well, standing around looking like he's waiting for something, but doesn't know himself what it might be. Hey Kenji, what are you doing?
Whoop. Hello.
Ah! Who are you? It's me, Hisao. I'm not sure if you know Tezuka from class 3-4. From his face, I can see that not only he doesn't know Rin, he also
Jesus.
can't hear. Okay, the music. Did you just stab her or something?
Yeah.
He also can't see her from this short distance. Oh, sup, dudes. Kenji sticks his hand enthusiastically forward, almost straight into Rin's stomach. Rin looks at his outstretched hand in confusion until Kenji clears his throat and retracts the hand. There's something almost cool that he manages to do with social awkwardness. It's not like I'm the most suave man on the planet, but I don't think I'll ever be able to even approach Kenji's level. I think I respect Kenji a little more.
Oh my god, what are you doing?
I don't know. So you're waiting for someone?
Ugh!
I guess we'll find out who he's waiting for, and I'm gonna get a drink before I have to talk for Kenji.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, this Rin route, like, I haven't said much. I mean,
She's talked like less than Hanako.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe she'll open up more once you open her up a little bit.
Right.
Hello.
Getting a drink.